Hi guys, it's Shell, Heart of It All Custom Creations. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button to see future videos. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. So today we are going to do a fall themed stained glass window, cathedral window type of tumbler. So let's just jump right in. I'm starting with a 20-ounce stainless straight from the Stainless Depot. And I am removing it from the box, putting the lid and the bubble wrap back in there so that I don't lose it. And then I'm going to go ahead, remove the bottom piece from the tumbler, pops right off. And then I'm going to sand this really good to get off that protective layer that's on the stainless steel. And then once I do get this all scrubbed down, I will take my 91% alcohol and clean this tumbler very well to make sure I get rid of all that dust on there. I am going to use this vinyl that I got in my September Peachy palette, and immediately when I saw it, I thought stained glass window. So that's what I'm going to do. A Peekaboo stained glass window. So right now I'm just measuring how much I need to cut because I am going to wrap the entire tumbler except for the bottom. And I do just lay this down there, and I want a little excess on each side because I'm going to cut it off. Once I'm happy with that, I do take it to my trimmer here and cut that a straight line. Now I'll be able to save this part for another project. And then I am going to cut off one edge of the border that I know is going to be the piece that I lay down first. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in my trimmer and cut that side off so that I know it's already straight and I won't have to worry about cutting off the silver part while it's on the tumbler. So right now I'm just making sure that I did have it cut it long enough, which I guess if I didn't, it's a little late now, but I would have been able to alter it. So I'm cutting off a little bit of that backing and then putting that backing back on to make it easier to stick down onto my tumbler. And once I'm happy with the layout, go ahead, smooth that down, and then take my squeegee and remove the backing from the rest of the tumbler. Cut off the excess and save that for another project. And I am going to go ahead and fold down the bottom to make it easier to cut off. I am cutting off the top just to get rid of that excess. And then I will use my Cami Page Boutique cup edger and really get a nice clean even line all the way around the top and the bottom as well. Once that is done, I am going to seal this twice, or not seal it, epoxy this twice before we move on to the next step. Now that that has been epoxied, it's time to add our window decals. Now this will be like you're looking either from the outside in, depending on how you look at it, or even inside looking out. I am going to sand this to make sure that it's nice and smooth so that when I do spray paint over the decal windows that I'm going to use, that I will have a smooth surface. And the bottom is just going to be plain. I mean, I am doing a wood grain effect on this, so the first thing that I do after sanding it is clean up my tumbler again to get all that dust off. And I'm just spraying it right onto the paper towel and then wiping it clean. I did find Cathedral windows from Creative Fabrica. I will list everything that I use in the description box below. And these just were perfect for what I had imagined. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off the kind of outer portion of the Cathedral window because that'll all be spray paint. I just want to leave the insides of those windows so that, just like a window, you'll be able to see the stained glass. So I'm going to do one on this side, and I am going to do one on the other side. And I'm going to leave a bigger gap between the windows on one side than I do the other because I do want to put some words there. So right now I'm going to go ahead and get this all lined up and then use my transfer tape to place this down onto the tumbler. And I should probably say that the seam that was on the back is actually now going to be on the side. And I'm placing these windows strategically on either side of that seam so that that ain't even an issue after we spray paint this. You're not even going to know where the seam would even be. So once I get this lined up exactly where I want it, pulling back the transfer tape, and we'll place down my stencil. And doing the same thing on this side as well. Once I get this removed, the transfer tape, I will take this out and do a couple light coats of Rustoleum white over this so that it is opaque and you really can't see anything through it. Now that that's done and dry, I am going to wood grain this. I'm using Tim Holtz ginger and caramel. The first one I believe I'm going to use is ginger, and then I'll go in with caramel. I wanted this like a two-tone wood dimensional, but I'm not doing any knots, wood knots or anything like that on this particular tumbler. I just wanted the wood grain. So I'm taking my makeup brush and placing the alcohol ink on. Of course it ran, I didn't have it level, so it's an easy fix. You just go over it a couple times or use alcohol to buff that out. The great thing about alcohol is once you put it on there, it reactivates the other color. Or if just using plain alcohol, like I just sprayed alcohol on my brush, and it activates that because alcohol ink dries super fast. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up. This would take me forever if I did it in regular speed. So once I'm done with the ginger, I will go in with the caramel and go over some of the spots. I don't go over the entire tumbler. I just want to go over some of the spots. And I did pour the alcohol ink onto the paper first so that it didn't run. And bringing in this second color just sort of adds dimension to the wood. And then I do go back with the ginger again and mix those two so that it looks like it is one piece of wood. I'm gonna let this dry, which doesn't take any time at all, and remove the stencil. And it's gonna show how beautiful this looks, like a stained glass window. And how pretty is this? I am going to do the other side off camera. And then now that that's done, this is what we have. I am cleaning up a few spots that I had to fix. No big deal. Just a little bit of alcohol on a Q-tip. Works like a charm. And I had no issues at all. Gonna let this dry overnight. I don't like to spray paint it when it's fresh. So this is after one coat of epoxy, and the whiter side is where I want to put my lettering. So I went ahead and typed up fall vibes, and I wanted them to have a black offset so that this particular vinyl, which is the holographic opal vinyl, does pop off of that wood grain. And I just wanted to place this right in the center between those two windows with the wider side. For the word fall, I used a yellow, orange, almost red. I mean, it's a multi-color changing shift, and it matches the vinyl perfectly. And then this one is a blue, purple, green shift. I'm going to seal this with the CC DIY clear coat so that vinyl does not lift. Give it 2 final coats of epoxy. And this beauty will be done. And here it is. Look at that. I just love how this turned out. When I think stained glass windows, I think cathedral windows. So yes, this is absolutely turned out exactly how I wanted it to. This will be available on the website if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a great big thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.